VACC's Technical Advisory Service often receives calls for the replacement procedure on the EGR valves and EGR coolers for the Ford Ranger, Everest and Transit models, along with the Mazda BT50 with the 2.2 and 3.2 litre Puma Diesel engines. This can be a fiddly job, but there are some tips to make it slightly easier. The EGR valve is mounted on the passenger side towards the rear of the engine, and the EGR cooler is mounted at the rear of the head. Like other EGR coolers on various vehicles, these can be known to fail and leak coolant, which in turn can lead to engine overheating issues. Most of the coolant ends up going into the exhaust. However, in some worst case scenarios, head gasket damage can occur with coolant entering the combustion chamber, resulting in a hydraulically locked engine and bent connecting rods if the issue is not addressed. You should check for this when assessing the engine. The EGR cooler can be checked by bypassing the cooler hoses to remove it from the cooling system circuit and inspecting for leaks both hot and cold. If the system holds pressure and no loss of coolant is evident, then the EGR cooler should be replaced. On the mentioned vehicles, there are two types of EGR coolers that could be fitted. One is a simple EGR cooler. The other is an EGR cooler with a vacuum-operated bypass valve and bypass coolant passage. There is no particular date range or model difference for each, so you will have to supply the VIN to your parts supplier or inspect the unit first before ordering. A pair of remote hose clamp pliers will make it easier to remove the hose clamps from the EGR cooler at the rear of the head, and swivel-headed ratchet spanners will assist greatly on the mounting bolts. We've heard cases of new EGR coolers failing again shortly after replacement. This can be due to the cooling system not being bled completely and having an airlock forming in the EGR cooler. It is recommended to refill the cooling system with a vacuum refilling unit and then follow the correct bleeding procedure to avoid this problem. For the procedure to replace the EGR valves and EGR coolers on these vehicles, see the January-February 2021 issue of Tech Talk. Log in to VACC's MotorTech or call VACC's Technical Advisory Service.